everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading, getting ready for Christmas over here. As you can see, I have started putting up some tinsel and whatnot. I will probably put some more stuff up eventually, but got to sort it all out first. I've got a lot of stuff in a lot of different places, still trying to sort out this new house. I've got a lot of stuff that has just sort of gone straight into storage sections still to be sorted out. Christmas stuff being one of them. All right, but today we are going to be looking at career. All right, so I do have with me the Oracle of Shadows and Light that we're going to be sort of getting a bit of an overview card with. And then I do have the Jelly Bean Lenormand, which we're going to be looking sort of for present and future, how your career path is sort of tracking. All right, so we are specifying just sort of your job, career, employment this time around. I did recently, just a couple of weeks ago, do a financial only reading. So this time we're doing just career by itself. Okay, so if you're not currently working or you don't have a career or a job, a lot of the time when I'm doing personal readings, career related stuff can actually come out with, like neighborhood type stuff. So if you're not actually working, think about where you spend the majority of your time. All right. And that's where we're usually going to see these messages coming through for. So, I do find that, like I said, for personal readings and things, when people aren't working, a lot of the time, if I'm talking about, co-workers and that sort of stuff, it's actually coming through a lot of the time as their neighbors and things like that, or people that they live with do come through as co-workers, because where you work, where you spend most of your busy time having to do things, your responsibilities, so thinking about what is your biggest responsibility zone in your life, and for majority of us that's going to be your work, your career, your job. Okay, so but I just wanted to sort of mention that for those of you where you don't actually have an actual job, that can actually sort of still come out with messages for you as well. All right, but I will be starting with Aries today. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate everybody's support, okay? But getting started, you will see me taking the timestamps off to the side there, but we will get started today with our Aries. Okay, Aries. Aries and their career path. What does Aries need to know in regards to job and career, please? Okay, Aries, for your overview, we have the Candy Cane Angel. What a great card to start our readings off today, coming up to Christmas, and here we see the Candy Cane Angel. It's time for a treat. Okay, so I do feel that for a lot of you, this is talking about some sort of, Christmas bonus. It could just be, like a work Christmas party, being treated well in some way, shape or form from your job or your career. Okay, it's time for a treat. It's time to, look forward to those Christmas holidays, even if that's the treat we're looking for. It's looking forward to having a couple of days off over Christmas, looking forward to, work Christmas parties, all those sorts of things, treating yourself and enjoying the season, I suppose. Even just enjoying, a lot of places will put decorations up around the workplace, so making the most of that, treating yourself to a little bit of enjoyment and fun, okay, at work this in the coming season. I do feel as though we are going to see a reading for you that is pretty specific to December. Okay, Aries. All right, Aries, present and future with their career, please. Present and future for Aries and their career. Okay, so in the present, we do have the Lily and the Fox. Okay, so this really does talk about, long-term salesman type energy. Okay, so the Lily really does talk about longevity, long-term sort of stuff. The looking you know, maybe doing things within your job or career that are going to set you up in the future, looking at the more long-term aspects of your job or your career. All right. It does also talk about emotional vulnerability, but I don't feel as though that's actually relevant here for you, Aries. I do feel as though this is really just talking about you sort of really at the moment thinking about, you know, 20 years from now, do I still want to be doing this same job or career? You know, where do I see myself going on this career path? Really sort of just thinking about the longevity of the business, of the employer, all those sorts of things. Pardon. And, you know, where you fit in with that. Is this something that you can see yourself doing for a long time, or not, you know, and sort of assessing, I feel, for a lot of you, where we're going long term with our career. We do also have the fox energy. So this really does tell us, you know, say what you need in order to sell yourself. You know, the fox energy is very crafty and clever, can be a little bit cunning and tricky. But it's kind of like, you know, saying what people want to hear. All right. So I do liken this quite frequently to the used car salesman that they'll tell you all these really great functions about this car. Look at it. It's great. It goes so fast and it's yellow. Look at how great is that. And then, you know, you buy the car and then you realize, hang on, they didn't say anything about what that clunking noise is that I you know, that kind of selling you a lemon kind of ideas. So don't be afraid to, you know, say what needs to be said in order to sell yourself the best way possible within your career. So for those of you where you are sort of presently looking into things like trying to get that Christmas raise or trying to get a promotion or anything along those sorts of lines, don't be afraid, and, you know, don't sell yourself short. Say what needs to be said to secure that for yourself in the long term. All right, focusing on the longevity and you know, really selling yourself long term, not just, you know, oh, I can do that tomorrow or whatever. I can get these things done, you know, but selling yourself in the long term as well as like, yeah, I can really get these done, you know, quickly, but I can also do that, you know, every day for the next 5 years. You know, that's something that I can, you know, really selling yourself, however that comes across to you. For some of you, you may be in a sort of salesman type role as well presently, where you are needing to sort of focus on how do I be really clever about the way that I'm selling things to people, you know, upselling, all that sort of stuff does come through strongly with the fox energy there. So, you know, upselling, cross-selling. If you are in a sales position and you don't know those terms, definitely look into that sort of stuff. It's relatively simple concept, and you probably do already know it, but it's really just about how can I sell even more? You know, rather than if your sales aren't quite up to scratch, you know, how can I sell more? How can I sell better? How can I improve my sales? That kind of energy coming through at present for you, Aries. Now, I'm just going to grab one to clarify this future energy because of the cards I'm seeing here. I'm just wanting a clarity for that to just double check that we're not looking at, you know, a potential worst case scenario here. Can I just clarify that message for Aries for the future with their career, please? Okay, so not worst case scenario, Aries. Sorry to scare you. We do have the mice energy first and foremost. All right, so that's why I sort of wanted to double check which direction that was going, because the mice energy can talk about loss or theft. Okay, so for some of you, but we do have that coming out with the moon as well. So I'm getting multiple messages here straight away. So for some of you, this is that theft aspect. Okay, and I do feel that for some of you, this is like, you know, going back to that sales sort of example, this is like somebody trying to steal your sales, you know, so be careful of that. Follow your intuition when it comes to any potential theft. If you do feel like somebody is stealing something from you, whether it be, you know, customers or co-workers or whatever, the boss even, if you feel like you're somehow getting shafted, getting something taken from you, I definitely would be looking into that, because we are seeing the mice energy there. But for a lot of you, this is something just sort of niggling away in the back of your head emotionally about whether you're you know, especially when we see that Lily in your present energy, where you're really starting to think about, you know, is this what I see myself doing long term? Is this suiting me long term? I really feel that for some of you, you are sort of maybe, you know, maybe it's eating away at your emotions a little bit, eating away at your energy a little bit to maybe move on, maybe look in other directions, that sort of thing, because we do see the star card coming through as the clarification, which talks about your true desires, your you know, your wish come true, the wish fulfillment. So I do feel that for some of you, you may be choosing to lose something in order to actually, you know, have your wishes come true here. You know, so it's coming through as a positive in that sense, that you're heading towards, you know, your truest desires within your career, but you may need to sort of lose something, especially emotionally, you know, emotionally sort of disconnecting from something in order to, you know, follow your heart's desire here. All right. So I don't really feel as though that is, you know, necessarily changing jobs. It may be for one or two of you, but I really feel as though this is kind of talking about losing an emotional connection to something or someone within the workplace. Okay, so there may even be somebody else moving on within the workplace, and then that's actually, you know, making your wish of being able to get that promotion come true, that sort of thing. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, as unfortunate as it is when we do, you know, lose a coworker that we may be possibly close to, you know, if they're in a higher position, then all of a sudden you get that position. So, you know, it's kind of that, you know, I hate to see you leave, but I'm glad that you're gone, because now you know, I'm suiting my own long-term goals a little bit better there. So I do feel that kind of energy. So for some of you, this may just be somebody, you know, the loss of somebody around you, the loss of something around you, around the business that you are working at or for or have. Okay, so there may be some sort of loss that does sort of flare up the emotions a little bit. So, but emotions, it can be either way. It could be somebody that, you know, is just creating drama within the workplace, and all of a sudden they're leaving, and all of a sudden you're on cloud nine, think, yay, the workplace is going to be so much better without that person here. But it can also go the other way with, you know, losing somebody that you are close to at work, that kind of thing. I do feel that for some of you, this is actually external to you completely, where to the point where it's like, you know, and this is not for those of you who may, you know, have heavy financial involvement in the business, because I'm just sort of feeling that this is for somebody who, you know, works for a business, working for somebody else. There may be a theft or a loss in the higher up. The business may lose something. May lose, you know, or I'm getting that, you know, that for one of you, this is like the business is going to get broken into, and you all have to lose it a couple of days cleaning up, or just losing out on time to actually get the work done because something else is going on to do with a loss, okay, or a theft. So it could be a, you know, I don't want to sort of worst case scenario, you guys, but it could be something along those lines. But in amongst it all, it leads you to your desires being met here, Aries, okay? So even if we do have some sort of emotional starts going on in the workplace, they are all leading to your true desires being fulfilled, your dreams and wishes being fulfilled. So have a lot of hope and optimism that things are going the way that they need to be going here for you, it does seem, Aries. All right. So that's what we have for you, Aries. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Please like and subscribe. I do really appreciate that as well. But for now, we will move over to Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Taurus. What does Taurus need to know about their career, please? Taurus and their career path. Dried flower fairy, Taurus. Okay, that says sweet memories. All right, so either making some sweet memories to do with your career, or we're looking, or it's just a time of reflection, looking back to some of the happy memories. Straight away, I'm just sort of intuitively getting told that one or two of you may already be moving on from a particular workplace. That, for those of you where that's the case, you would already know about that, okay? Because we're in that mode of, that's a present energy. You're already sort of stopping and looking at all the sweet memories you've made with these people, with this place, and you're ready to sort of move on. But you would already know that if that's for you, all right? But we'll have a look here, Taurus. Present and future for Taurus with their career, please. Okay, and future energy for Taurus and career. Okay, Taurus, on the money for you today, we've got at the bottom of the deck the Sun card. So a lot of happiness about to be revealed in the near future with your career path. Okay, I'm immediately sort of feeling that. We do have for the present energy though, starting off with the clouds. Okay, so I feel like for a lot of you, this is where you're finding yourself right this sort of very second, where you are, overthinking things within your work sphere, your career sphere. You may be very sort of busy. You definitely are having to think a lot, having to get sort of quite logical and thought, projected thoughts. But I do feel as though for a lot of you're quite confused about how to get success with this career. The next card there is the Key, which does talk directly about success, but you're very confused. Your judgment is a little bit clouded at the moment because you're really overthinking things. And what we're really overthinking there, like I said, we're sort of confused about how am I going to achieve success? How am I going to get to success? But also, having a bit of clouded judgment about the opportunities that are coming your way. All right. So kind of not, for some of you, you may not even be noticing an opportunity that is opening up for you. All right, because we are seeing with the Key that really does open new doors for you. It opens brand new opportunities, and then on the other side of those is where that success is. So at the moment, you're kind of clouded because that door is shut at the moment. Okay, it hasn't actually been opened yet. It is so close to being opened though. So I feel like the best advice for you here, Taurus, is to stop overthinking things and just kind of try to go with the flow and just keep an eye out for potential opportunities around you when it comes to your career or your workplace, because there are very soon some doors going to be opening for you within your career that are going to sort of lead you to a much more successful place. Especially when it comes to money. All right, there's definitely some doorways about to sort of, and I'm getting kind of flinging open, not just opening, and I'm also getting that, for a couple of you, this is going to be multiple opportunities on the table for you, and maybe that's what we're getting a bit confused and overthinking, is trying to, look at all the options and choose one. You've got all these different options. Which one do I choose? Which one do I choose? But I do feel as though no matter what you choose, you're heading towards success. You are sort of intuitively going to be choosing the thing that's going to be most successful for you, okay? Because then in the future energy for your career, we do have the Fish as well as the Clover. All right, so straight away, the Fish is one of the best career cards to see. It does talk about abundance, wealth, and finances, okay? So really positive flow happening in the near future with your money, with your finances, that abundance that you're creating from your career. All right, definitely got a really good flow coming through for you there. I'm just wondering why my lighting seems to have dimmed. I think it's just because the sun has gone behind a cloud or something. No wonder there, because we have that clouds out for you on the table. So kind of a bit clouded at the moment, Taurus, and you've dimmed my lighting. But we also have the clover there, okay? So the clover really does talk about taking a bit of a chance. So for some of you, this is talking about a financial investment, stocks, investments, and those sorts of things. So, you know, there is maybe an opportunity for you to invest in something financially, career-wise, and it's sort of letting us know that in the future that's kind of a chance that you should be willing to take, a risk that you can safely take in the near future there. The clover does talk about taking chances and everything, so working out. It's a very good fortune, good luck. Luck is on your side in the near future, especially financially. Okay, so just keeping an eye out for those opportunities, and then you'll be moving straight over into that abundance and success and, you know, new opportunities and, you know, being able to take some financial risks. All right. Nothing too crazy. I don't want anyone to go out and, you know, try to blame me that they lost $1 million or something like that. If you really want to lose $1 million, Taurus, you know, my links are all in the description box. You're more than welcome to send it straight on over. Maybe then I could get some better lighting set up for everyone. But that's what we have for you today, Taurus. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But we, you know, I will ask if you subscribe if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. But we'll move on over to Gemini. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, what does Gemini need to know about their career, please? Gemini and career. Ghosts of the past. Okay, that says the past returns for a time. Okay, so I'm just sort of getting there, thinking back to what has happened in, you know, I'm just kind of what's the time frame? 6 to 12 months ago. Okay, something that's happened 6 to 12 months ago within your career or your job, something coming back around again. So for some of you that may be like, I'm getting that it may be a job opportunity that someone has missed out on 6 months ago, and now it's sort of that opportunity's come back up. The past returns for a time. For some of you, this is actually someone that used to work with you coming back to like the office for a visit, or, you know, coming back as a temp, or, you know, coming back to the business. But it's only for a time. It doesn't feel like they're permanently back. It feels like, if that's a person, it feels like it's a like a visit or some coming back to, you know, education or something like that. Give you further education or something along those lines. But we'll have a look here with the lenormand. Okay, Gemini. Past, we're not looking at the past today, even though it's coming up for you there. But we're looking at the present and the future energy for Gemini with their career. President. There you go. It may be something to do with the president of the company coming back around again. Something coming back around again. I don't know. My words to this week have been all over the place. Okay. Gemini, present and future energy for Gemini with their career, please. Okay, so I just want to clarify that first. Can I just get clarity on that first present energy for Gemini? Okay, I don't feel as though this is necessarily for everyone, all right? Because what I'm seeing, I've got the whip and then the dog, all right? And we've got that clarified by the heart. Okay, so straight away it's telling me that for those of you where you work with somebody that you're close to, this has got something to do with somebody that you work with who you are actually very close to. It may be a friend with that dog energy there. The dog card does talk about friendships. So this could be like a work friendship, but you know, with the heart there, it does let us know that it's kind of deeper than just a work friend. It's you know, for some of you, you may even work with your partner, or like a family member. Someone where there is like, because there is some sort of love element, and not necessarily, you know, romantic love, although for some of you that could be romantic love, but it's kind of like, you know, just some sort of stronger element here, you know, stronger love. So like family love, you know, a strong platonic friend love, or a, you know, partner relationship type love. But I am getting alternate messages as well, because for one of you, this is you feeling a bit conflicted about starting like a workplace romance. So someone there is there's at least one of you who's a bit conflicted about starting a romance, a work romance. Like that's just one of you, I feel. For others of you, you know, the whip does talk about conflict, drama, tension, some sort of infighting, quarreling type energy, okay? It could just be a bit of drama. And I do feel that for some of you, this doesn't even directly affect you. It only affects you because you care about somebody, you know, that is getting involved in the drama, or you know, the drama might be about them. And because you care about them, you're kind of, that's how you get involved, not directly involved. But for others of you, this is you actually having, you know, having a bit of a tiff with somebody in the workplace there. You know, it's just feeling as though somebody is maybe not being as loyal or compassionate as they could be to you within the workplace. And it is just causing just a little bit of tension, a little bit of trouble. It's not feeling like it's a huge, big drama. It's just feeling just like those sort of little, you know, kind of normal dramas, you know, when it comes to work, especially if we do work with, you know, friends and that sort of stuff. Okay. But I know I feel like that's not going to resonate with everyone at all. You know, so for some of us, though, it is kind of maybe a warning just to be, you know, for those of you that doesn't resonate, where you don't have a person like that at your workplace, just be careful not to think that people are loyal to you just because they're lovely work friends. Okay, because, you know, it could just cause you conflict if you sort of place too much loyalty on that person, and they're unable to sort of meet that standard. Yeah, it could, like, once again though, with that ghosts of the past card, this definitely could be some sort of trouble because someone comes back to the workplace and you're like, oh yay, I'm so glad you're here, but then it causes you conflict with somebody else because it's like, focus on your work. I'm getting should focus on your work. Don't let your hubby drop in all the time, because with that heart there as well, it definitely could be something along those lines of some sort of conflict that's being started because you have a friend or a loved one that drops in to your place of work, or calls your place of work. It could be that as well. All right, but it doesn't feel anything huge. All right, just be wary of it because of it. You know, it does have this potential to cause drama for you, but it also sets you into this future energy as well, which we have the clouds and then the house. So it kind of makes you, you know, it does set you into the, you know, if we allow this infighting, this quarreling, this conflict to sort of get too deep, it will lead to this, where it does make you sort of, this is kind of you questioning or overthinking your job security, your stability within this workplace, okay? It may just sort of cloud your judgment around how stable this position is for you. It may create a bit of confusion as to whether that's going to stay secure for you within that workplace. All right, so I am seeing that as that future energy, where we are sort of overthinking the security and the stability, going forward into the future, starting to, kind of question our stability within this workplace, our security, our long-term security with this job, basically, our job security kind of thing. All right, so that's probably why it's telling us about that potential conflict, just so that we know, to try to avoid that conflict. All right, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements. Of course, Gemini, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. But we will move on over to Cancer. Okay, Cancer. What does Cancer need to know in regard to career? What does Cancer need to know about career, please? Dress of Alchemy. That one says, release your power. What are you holding back? Holding back within your career at the moment, Cancer. Why are you holding back? What are you holding back? When I see the dress of alchemy, it's kind of like, dress to impress. You're not displaying your full skills, abilities. How can we display our skills just a little bit more? Physically show our abilities, because a dress is that physical embodiment of who we are or whatever. So it really does talk about the physical, showing your skills, releasing that power within you, and showing everyone what you are capable of with this job or employment. All right. Present and future with Cancer and their career, please. Career for Cancer, present and future. Okay, so pretty positive here, Cancer. We do have the flowers first and foremost. So, give it your all. With the flowers, it's all about giving and receiving. So if you want to receive that raise, if you want to receive more benefits, if you want to receive happiness from your job, from doing your job well, give just a little bit more. All right, make sure you're giving as much as you want to be receiving. Are you earning your paycheck? That kind of energy, giving as if you want to receive, even if that receiving is just that paycheck. Make sure we are giving our full ability, our full skill. Release your power. I'm just getting someone saying there, release the Kraken. That's you, Cancer. Release the Kraken, okay? Give it your all. Maybe, there's something that you're not giving. You're not giving it all, your all at present, and it's asking you to, okay? We do also have the dog. All right, so we do see at present that, the dog is usually the friendship card. So there probably is a couple of, friendships that you are able to give to within the workplace at the moment as well. That could talk about, like Secret Santa type stuff as well. That, make sure you're giving a nice sort of thinking it through, like nicely, and not doing one of those, gag gifts. If that's Secret Santa, if that's you, and you're giving things to people in the workplace, give what you would want to receive. All right. But we do also see that with the dog, it does talk about loyalty and compassion and understanding, and that companionship. So a strong sense of having good companions around you within the workplace at the moment, but also that loyalty. It does feel as though you're quite, give this job your loyalty at the moment, regardless of whether we love the job or not. At the moment, you do need to give it a little bit of loyalty, and maybe some understanding or compassion for those around us. Maybe even for some of you, that's kind of, there is something to do with, being loyal to maybe procedures, but also being compassionate to clients or customers as well. All right. Which, if you're in retail, that can be difficult. But in the near future energy here, Cancer, we do have the child energy coming out with the heart. Okay, so there's a lot there's a lot of fulfillment to be gained in the future with this job or career for you here, Cancer. It's kind of that, filling your heart, giving you that, love and fulfillment. Doesn't necessarily, love comes across in a lot of different ways. So there's just something coming through there that, you have the potential here to, love what you're doing. Even if it's something mundane and whatever, there is this potential to love what you're doing, especially with that child energy, because the child really does remind us to look at things through a child's eyes, to really see things with that sense of joy and wonder, and, looking at everything as though it's this brand new adventure. How exciting is that? How exciting is this? That kind of energy, that pumped up, wow, this is so fun. Let's do this. How about we do that? Just that childlike thing where it's like asking questions as well. I'm getting asking questions that, if you were, what children are like, right? And they'll come in and they'll be like, why does that do that? Why is that blue? Why does that have 7? Why does this, and asking those questions, even if they sound stupid, asking those questions. There really is this sense of adventure that is going to, really help you feel fulfilled within your job or career. So it's really just looking at the way you're looking at your career, with that childlike sense, okay, that this could be really fun. Let's try that. Let's try this. It could be really fun. All right. So for one or two of you there, you may work with children, and that's what's bringing you that fulfillment. All right, is the actual children, which is very interesting because, if you ask the teachers at most schools, they'll be like, I'm over children. I'm done with children, especially this close to the end of the year. All right, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course, Cancer. But please subscribe to the channel as well. I do really appreciate everybody's support. But for now, we will move to Leo. Okay, Leo. Leo, what does Leo need to know in regard to their career, please? What does Leo need to know in regard to career? Tell you what, guys, it's starting to get hot in Australia. I hope that fan is not making any background noise unbearable there. But 3 witchy sisters, because it's going to be on. The power of 3. Oh, that's interesting, Leo. What is that about? My intuition is just telling me that this is something kind of important and somehow dramatic. Let's have a look. All right, what's going on for Leo, present and future, within their career, please? What's going on for Leo, present and future, with their career? Can I just get one specifically for that 3 witchy sisters, the power of 3 card for Leo? That was clarified by the woman. Okay, so that's really interesting because I am seeing that your reading today does have, quite a bit of feminine element coming through here through emotions. The feminine energy is quite emotional and nurturing as well. And we are seeing the 3 witchy sisters, which is a feminine aspect. And then it's saying the power of 3. So there may be, I don't normally like to genderize the masculine and feminine energy here, Leo. But, you know, we are seeing that this is clearly showing that this is feminine energy. So unless you've got some like masculine energy, like some masculines that are, you know, feminine, if that makes sense, like because, you know, masculine quite often can have feminine energy. It's definitely not impossible. That's why I don't really like to genderize, because we're just looking at somebody with that feminine energy. All right, but we're looking at 3 of them. This times 3. It's like the power of 3 women in your workplace, your job, your employment. Are you one of the women? I'm not sure. With the woman coming up for that, you quite possibly could be. Whether or not you're masculine or feminine, once again, it could be having the support, the strong support of 2 people around you in your career, and needing that support at this time, having that power of 3, having, it's kind of, I'm also getting that that saying of like, you know, when people are talking about the truth, and it's like there's your story, my story, and then the truth in the middle, which is, you know, the 3. So it's kind of like you in the middle here, asking for what's the most negative, what's the most positive, and then, you know, seeing the middle between the good and the bad, dividing everything by 3. It's coming through as somehow very important for you, Leo, especially when it comes to people, that you may be working stronger as a team with 2 other people at the moment. All right. Especially when I am seeing, like I said, some emotional stuff coming up for you within the career at the moment, because, you know, with the present, we do have the book and then the moon, which the moon is all about emotions. Okay. So this is like emotional new chapters, like an emotional development in the story. Like, if for some of you, this is like emotions getting stirred to do with actual something, you know, something from the manual, something from the procedures and policies, stirring up emotions, and the power of 3 overcomes this. The 3 of you need to stand against this, or yeah, it really does feel like something along those lines for a lot of you. That, you know, there's something, you know, because this could be about education. It could be about, you know, some sort of learning. It could be about some sort of physical book, an actual book, like a policies manual, a procedures thing, workplace health and safety manual, you know, all those sorts of written guidelines that you have for your job or your employment or your employer. And there's something happening where you need these 2 people in your, like, backing you up. You need these 2 people to support you, to stand by your side, to confront this because whatever this is, it's stirring up an emotional response with that moon energy. All right. And then in the near future, we see the clouds and the mountain. So it's kind of like this is kind of, I feel like this is what happens if you try to proceed by yourself without that support, because we do see like clouded judgment and confusion about how do I persevere? How do I put in the hard work? How do I climb these obstacles that I'm faced with, that have been brought to my attention from this? All right. So for some of you, I'm getting that if you are like, if you're the owner or you're the person in charge of the books, that's what this is. And it's like stirring up some emotional response that, hang on, there's money missing, or hang on, there's, you know, the books aren't adding up. we've lost money or something, you know, something like that maybe. And that's when you're needing to sort of go to your support that help you review these things, you know, because this definitely could be talking about the power of three. So the power of three also does make me think about, you know, that money aspect with the, you know, addition and subtraction and, you know, times three. So it could be like accountants needing to, a council of accountants or something along those lines. So these could be accounts books for some of you there as well. And it's kind of you overthinking, how do I get through this bump in the road? How do I overcome this? I'm so confused. I don't even know where to start. It's stressing me out. It's stressing me out because I can't stop thinking about, how did this happen? What do I do? All right. So there's a strong need for you to find whoever these two people are for you, whether this is, you know, and for some of you, this may not be you. This may be like the three big bosses coming in saying, what's up with the books? What's going on with the books? Leo, I need you to check that 3 times. Check it again. Check it one more time, just for good measure. That kind of thing I'm getting as well. So it does feel kind of important here, Leo, especially if you are the one who, you know, is going to lose out the most from this issue, because it does feel as though there's some sort of emotional upset to do with those books or guidelines or manuals or something. Outcomes for Leo in the near future with this issue, please. Long term, it'll stabilize. All right, with the house there, long term it will stabilize, and security will be reformed around it, and it'll be fine. It's just a matter of, you know, talking through all aspects. You know, this may be why we're seeing the 3, needing to talk to other people, get advice from others, have the conversations. How do we stop this from occurring again? That kind of energy. But long term, we are looking at it being quite, you know, it will be stabilized and secured for you here, Leo. It's just so don't stress so much about those obstacles with this particular thing, Leo. All right, but that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate your support. But we'll move over to our Virgos. Okay, Virgo. What does Virgo need to know in regard to career? Violet Angel. It says breaking dawn, breaking new ground, breaking, you know, the sun rising for you at the moment. Breaking dawn. Let's hope we don't have anyone named Dawn working with us. Breaking new. I keep getting breaking new ground. It's a fresh start, a fresh new day. Okay, Virgo. Present and future energy for our Virgos with their career, please. And future energy. Okay, Virgo. So definitely breaking new ground, definitely a brand new day for you with your career. When it comes to what's going on at present, we do have the Garden. Okay, so that does talk about, you know, meetings, propositions, brand new proposals being given to you, you know, signing new contracts even, I feel, for some of you. It can talk about meetings, that social aspect as well. So I do feel that for some of you, it's kind of like, you know, job interviews and, you know, meeting clients at cafes and talking through this new proposition, this new offer that's on the table. It's coming through as offers quite strongly here. It can talk about proposals and sort of invitations and offers. So it's kind of like an invitation to work for a new company, to, you know, I'm getting that headhunting kind of vibe coming through. It's like, Virgo, come out for coffee with us so we can chat to you about this offer that we want to present to you, is kind of what I'm getting for you with that one. It did come out with the scythe energy, okay? So the scythe is pretty straightforward, talking about a sudden, unexpected change that's going to occur from this meeting, from this offer, from this, you know, proposition, okay? So we are looking at a sudden break from something, and then a sudden change, an unexpected change occurring here. It's quite sudden, out of the blue, unexpected as well. All right, but what it's leading to in the near future, we have the key. Success, baby. That's all about success, all about opening brand new doors for you. New invitations and offers on the table. Once again, I keep getting invitations and offers for you coming through here. So it's like opening the door to new opportunities for yourself, all right? And they're all got success on the other side with that key. And we do have the cross as well. So the cross does let us know that you're going to be releasing some of the burdens you've been carrying when it comes to your career, but also that this, it's kind of like fated success, fated opportunities. Like the cross does talk strongly about spirituality and religion, those sorts of things, having faith that you are going to get this success, that you are going to make the most of these opportunities, you know, and destiny having a role to play here as well. So it's very positive energy coming through, that something suddenly, some brand new offer is going to change everything for you, and you know, lead you into success, lead you into new opportunities here. You know, for some of you with that cross energy there, for some of you, these new opportunities may be somehow connected spiritually or religious connections there as well. So, you know, I am getting that it could be linked up to, you know, opening yourself up to something that suits you more spiritually. You know, something, it may be, you know, an offer of, you know, working specifically to do with something with religion or spirituality as well. Breaking dawn, brand new day for you, Virgo. Things are, you know, the sun is rising for you, and the sun in the lenormand does talk about happiness and things being revealed to you. So definitely some positive news coming your way soon, I would feel, with that. All right, but that's what we have for you, Virgo. You're more than welcome to check your other placements. Please subscribe if you're not already, but we'll move over to Libra. How are we, Libra? All right, Libra. What does Libra need to know in regard to their career? What does Libra need to know in regard to their career, please? Oh, I can't even say that word. It says Amara the Menehune. Menehune. If there's anyone that knows how to pronounce that, leave a note in the comments and let me know. That I'm just thinking it may be Menehune, because it does say aloha healing at the bottom there. So it's giving very Hawaiian type vibes. So some of you may know what that word is. I do not. Here in Australia, we're not as closely linked to Hawaiian culture as you are over there in America. I know quite a lot of my subscribers are from America, so you may know what that is, and I do not, okay? But aloha healing, hello healing, goodbye healing, all right? I know that one. I know that aloha is hello and goodbye. So, you know, I think I learned that from Lilo and Stitch. If you, like, I love Lilo and Stitch. That's great, that movie. But it's kind of like, yeah, you've been, I feel like for a lot of you, that is, you know, you've done your due time healing yourself when it comes to your career. You've had a bit of a time period of fixing things within, you know, the career spheres for yourself. and it's kind of like you're saying hello and goodbye to that all at once. Like, hello, I've done that. Goodbye. See you later, healing. I'm all good now. But we'll have a look. Present and future energy for Libra with their career, please. Yeah, there you go. So for a lot of you, still kind of in the middle of that healing, maybe about to say goodbye to that. You've said hello to it, and we're getting ready to say goodbye to whatever it is you've been healing, within yourself with your career stuff. All right, because we do have the Tower as well as the Child coming through for the present energy. So the Tower really can talk about, the foundations that you've been setting within your career, within your path for your career. It can also talk about the past in general. So, you have needed to fix some things up with the foundation that you've laid, in the past. So, you may have actually had to, grow already just a little bit and heal some things in the past with your career, build your tower strong and make that a fortress unto yourself, where you are nice and tall and strong and secure in the foundation of your career. All right. And then that Child card really does talk about getting ready to, start that new beginning and grow and mature with this career. All right. So and it also does talk about, making sure that we are looking forwards and looking towards the growth perspective and looking at things with a very innocent gaze, like a very childlike sort of gaze, having that sense of wonder and amazement that anything is possible from here. I can grow up to be an astronaut. I can grow up to be whatever I want to grow into. I can grow into whatever it is I want to within my career, because I've built my tower strong. And for some of you, you may have been finding in the past there being a little bit isolated in some senses. Within your career, feeling a little bit isolated, or needing to take some time for solitude and thinking things through quite clearly. But it does feel as though you're coming out of that stage and moving toward the future and growth now, especially when we do see the future energy. Okay, so for the future energy, we do have the Ship and then the Mountain. All right. And so even though the Mountain does talk about obstacles and delays, the Ship is letting us know that you're sort of sailing straight on through those. Any obstacle that you're faced with, you've got this ship ready to sail straight through them and find the opportunities on the other side of that mountain, rather than getting stuck on that obstacle or getting stuck in that delay. You're shooting straight on through. The Ship really does talk about starting brand new journeys, even if you do need to have a little bit of hard work and perseverance, that that you can, you've got the good fortune, you've got the wind behind you to, sail straight through those obstacles. So definitely looking at a positive future here, that you are going to be able to overcome any obstacles quite easily with that ship sort of once again barging straight through any of these obstacles that you may need to face in the near future. You're feeling pretty confident and maintaining that childlike sense of adventure. I can do anything. I can set this ship to sail wherever I want. I can sail it over all these different mountains, and I'll come out the other side with the stars shining and guiding me through without much hassle. So that's looking really positive for you, Libra. It looks as though you may have been through a bit of a rougher time with the career in the past there, but heading towards smooth sailing. So that's exactly sort of what we want to see, that smooth sort of sailing, where even if you cresting a big wave, you know that you can get over that without any drama. So a lot of confidence. I feel like a lot of confidence in yourself moving forward into the future with your career. All right, Libra. So that's what we have for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. But for now, we will move on over to our Scorpios. How are we, Scorpio? Sorry, just taking the timestamp for you there. Okay, Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know in regard to their career, please? Shallow grave. Okay, so that does say you miss someone. Okay, so whether that be a someone or a something, okay, I do feel for a lot of you that that may actually be a something that you miss about your job or your career. There may be an element that has changed this year, and you're kind of missing the way that things used to work, or for some of you that you may be missing someone from a past job, or someone who has left. They're no longer a co-worker, or you haven't seen someone coming in a lot lately, or all those sorts of things. But it does say you miss someone. All right, but we'll have a look here. Scorpio, what's going on for Scorpio with their career? Present and future career energy for our Scorpios. Okay. Can I just get one to clarify that message, please? Okay, so your energy is being a little bit mysterious today, Scorpio. But what I am seeing for the present, we do have the ring as well as the letter. Okay, so for some of you, because we've seen that, you miss someone. For some of you, this definitely actually could be talking about somebody, having a relationship here, a strong connection that you had with somebody, and you kind of, at present, you're missing this person. And there being some sort of, and I'm kind of getting to that for one or two of you, you're missing someone that is only just sort of letting you know, only just about to let you know that they're no longer going to be with the company or something like that. So for some of you, you're kind of already missing someone in advance kind of energy. But for majority of you, there is a strong work connection here, that, you kind of miss them. And I feel like with the letter there, you may be, maybe receiving an invitation from them. You may be communicating with them. That is the communication card. So it's all about, texting, calling, phone calls, same thing, right? Talking online, emailing, any sorts of communication there. So you may be sort of communicating with somebody that you have had a strong relationship. I feel like for those of you where this is a person, this is someone that you kind of miss. You miss maybe their direction as well. I'm getting for some of you that you miss a certain way somebody did things. And I'm feeling that for some of you, it's actually like a boss, someone that was, giving you direction. And now you're feeling just a bit lost in that direction because they're not sort of guiding you as much anymore. But for others of you, this is actually talking about cycles. Okay, so we're getting some sort of communication coming through in regard to some sort of cycle event. Okay, so whatever it is that you miss, basically put it this way, whatever it is that you miss about your work, whether that be a person or a thing that you're missing, that, like I said, something may have changed during the year that now, it's coming back around. Okay, with that being cycles, you may be receiving some sort of communication that's coming back around. It's that, for example, they stopped doing that certain procedure, and now they're realizing that doesn't even work for us. We're going to bring it back and start doing it back that same way that you're missing, So it's talking about that. It's being a bit mysterious though, and not really being very clear with what exactly that is. In the near future, we do see the clover as well as the tower. So once again, we're getting that reference to the past, this thing that's coming back around, that reference to the past there with the tower. Once again, this may be somebody older than you, or more, you know, in direction of you, in charge of you, that sort of energy coming through with that Tower. But it does feel as though for a lot of you that the Clover is very good luck, good fortune energy in the near future for you, and that you are able to take some chances, take a bit of a risk to, you know, maybe needing some time in solitude, maybe needing to sort of go back to the foundation. I feel that for a lot of you, it's going back to that foundation, that cycle, going back around to something that was working. So it's kind of like, it was working. Why did they change that? We need to go back to that, and taking a risk to go back to that, and taking a chance to rebuild the foundation, but having a lot of good fortune to be able to do that. So once again, very mysterious. It's not really giving me clear examples of what to tell you here. But we do have the Sun clarifying that message. So, you know, overall, we're seeing a lot of happiness connected to your career for you at the moment. But also we do see things being revealed. All right. So I'm just sort of feeling that with that communication card there, that, you know, whatever this communication that you know, are receiving or will be very shortly receiving in regard to something on a cycle, it's going to, you know, bring things to light. It's really going to reveal this issue for you, and show you how to proceed. But, you know, when you are proceeding, do be aware that you are able to take a bit of a chance here, and, you know, even if it's a bit of a risk, kind of go for it with that good luck, good fortune energy. You know, refortifying the Tower, you know, restabilizing the Tower, restabilizing whatever this thing is for you guys there. So like I said, I can't be more specific than that. It's coming through a little bit mysterious there, Scorpio, but it will be revealed when it's ready to be revealed. We did see that Sun. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already, but we'll move over to our Sagittarians. Okay, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know in regard to their career, please? Violet Duchess. Okay, and she says stifled, bored, and stuck. What's going on, Sagittarius? You're feeling stifled, feeling that you can't actually go as far as you want, that you are a bit stuck in your job, a bit bored with your job. Sagittarius and their career, present and future energy for Sagittarius with career, please. It's coming through pretty clearly here. Okay, what I do have a communication card for the present. I just want to check who you need to communicate with here. Who does Sagittarius need to communicate with in the present? Just keep seeing communication cards. I feel like it's yourself from what I'm seeing here, because I've got communication card, I've got news, and then I'm seeing emotions and your heart. All right, so I do feel as though this is talking about you needing to talk to yourself, talk to your emotions, talk to your heart space about what it truly is that you, you know, want to give and receive when it comes to your career. We have the flowers there, which is all about reciprocal energy, giving and receiving. So it's kind of like, am I receiving, you know, what I need to from this job, this employment, this business? and what am I giving? Are you giving enough? Are you giving more than enough? Is that one-sided? Are you giving more than, you're receiving back in payments? Are you giving more time and energy into this than what you're actually receiving back? Are you giving, really, really, with that letter there, that communication card, talking to yourself? Okay, really sitting down and having a big chat to yourself. And I'm kind of getting that for some of you. Okay, for some of you, this letter is actually talking about writing yourself out like a letter, or a list of what am I giving to this company and what am I receiving from this company. Pros and cons list is kind of what I'm seeing there, that giving and receiving pros and cons list. Am I getting as much back from doing this job as what I am giving, to this job? Is the money worth it? That kind of energy. For some of you, this is also handing out resumes, all right, with the giving, hoping to receive, giving, handing out resumes as well, just for a couple of you, especially too if we're seeing that you are, we've got that stifled, bored and stuck energy. So we kind of know where you're at with the job at the moment, Sagittarius. Of course, if this is not resonating for you, you're more than welcome to check other placements, all right? But in the near future, we do see the stars and then the coffin. So we are seeing a clear sort of result here from the present energy as well. So, we are seeing that stars card is all about wish fulfillment and reaching for the stars and, chasing your dreams kind of energy. Okay, so, really focusing on, right here we're seeing what is it that we do truly desire? What are we willing to give and receive? And then we're sort of seeing our true desires, in the near future. We're following our true desires here. We're following our true wishes when it comes to what we do truly, want from our career. And then we do see the coffin, which is all about, okay, death brings new beginnings, okay, death and rebirth. So the ending of one thing, closing the door on one phase of our life, opening up a new phase of our life. All right, so for quite a lot of you, we are looking at in the near future, ending this career cycle and moving forward in a new career cycle. All right, so for a lot of you, that's leaving this job and finding another job. Okay, so I'm kind of seeing that pretty clearly, that especially if you do resonate with that stifled and bored and I feel stuck here energy. But it is sort of advising you to at present really sit down and list it out for yourself. Is this something where I can refine that spark or not? Am I willing to keep giving to this or not? Really taking the time to communicate that clearly with yourself before you're making any sort of rash decisions or anything like that. Okay, Sagittarius, but I read what we get. And, like I said, if that doesn't resonate for you, check a different placement. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. But we'll move on over to our Capricorns. Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know in regard to their career? What does Capricorn need to know in regard to career, please? Out trick-or-treating. Okay, that says we're here. Okay. Interesting, Capricorn. Whatever it is you've been wanting in your career, we're here. All right. This may be something, with that trick-or-treating, it may be, this opportunity knocking on the door, someone knocking on your door with a new opportunity for you. Someone, here comes this opportunity. It comes a knocking. That's what I keep getting. Keep getting that same thing. But I was also going to mention too that this may be something that you sort of started the process of already, because we do sort of see the reference to Halloween, and that was a month ago, exactly a month ago, pretty much, give or take a couple of days. So something that you may have it may have just been in passing. You've mentioned something to someone around Halloween, and all of a sudden, knock, 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 here comes this opportunity that for this to become a reality for you. It's here. Something that you may have started in Halloween. Now it's here. All right. Oh, very interesting. We'll get a bit more info there, Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn and their career, present and future career energy for our Capricorns. Once again, knock, knock, knock. Can I just get... Oh, I don't think I need to clarify it, but I'm going to clarify it anyway. Can I just get one to clarify that card, please? They tell me this. I hate it. Well, I don't hate it, but it's funny to me that when I'm asking to clarify a card and then I get another card that has one of the exact same keywords. So you kind of know that you were on the right, like I said, I don't think I need to clarify that, but I was going to do it anyway. And then I grabbed a card that had one of the exact same keywords for that initial card. So obviously that's the message. All right. So for the present energy, we do have the key, firstly. So once again, knock, knock, knock. Open that door. Here's that brand new opportunity. Here they come knocking. Here's that key to open that door for yourself. The key really does talk about, opening brand new doors, opening new opportunities for yourself, and, success being on the other side of those doors. Okay, it is a very successful career card. So in the present, you're really opening up some really successful opportunities for yourself here. And now what we're seeing, we do have the mice energy, okay, which was clarified by the Tower, which that keyword that they have in common is past energy. All right, so once again, it's something where you may have had that key cut for this opportunity, ready to open this opportunity. You may have had that key cut already. You may have already put that out there to the universe that, I would like to open up that opportunity for myself. And knock, 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 we're here, Capricorn. Let us in. But we do, with the mice, it can talk about, something that's been eating away at you. So it's been sort of niggling away in the back of your mind, that you really want to sort of look at this opportunity. You want to take this opportunity. You want to receive this opportunity. And knock, knock, knock. Once again, here it is. You may have even, with that Tower clarifying that, it may have been sort of, I'm kind of getting that every time you're alone, that's something that sort of rattles through your head, that you're really thinking, every time you're sitting in solitude, that comes into your mind. And here, lo and behold, here comes this opportunity. All right. We are seeing in the near future new. These two cards also have one similar keyword, which is new. Okay, so moving into new chapters for yourself. We have the book and the child. So in the near future, starting brand new chapters, opening new books. It could be talking about, like the books. So starting a new account, starting a new book. I'm just getting that accounting kind of reference there, that, you maybe are starting your own business with that. And now you're having to get a brand new, fresh book where this is all your, finances being tracked and whatnot. So for some of you, that could be talking about that. So this is really starting that brand new chapter in your life, and ready to watch that grow and mature. All right, the child really does talk about, things that need to grow, that they're in their infancy stage over here as the child. And it really does talk about new beginnings and starting these new beginnings with a fresh, innocent mindset, that childlike view of the world, that anything is possible. This could be my next brand new adventure. This could be, amazing. This could be full of joy and wonder for me. And really, this could grow and mature into to anything I want it to be. You know, when you're a child and you say, oh, what do I want to be when I grow up? I could be anything I want, you know. So it's really starting that brand new chapter and writing that character of your career, how you want it to be, making it into, you know, growing it and maturing it into what you want it to be, Capricorn. And, you know, knock, 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 here it is. It's ready to, you know, come out into the world and starting, you know. So I'm seeing that in the present, you're getting that opportunity, and then the near future, you're embarking on that new beginning. So, if you're not sure what that's about, I dare say you will very, very soon, Capricorn. It's very, very close to opening those doors for you. That knock, knock, knock. I'm kind of getting, because I keep saying that so often, I am getting that for a couple of you. This is actually involving something knock, knock, knocking. So someone may actually, you know, if you're in an office or something like that, or even just at your home, for some of you, someone may literally come and knock at your door and say, Capricorn, I've got an offer for you. I've got an idea I want to run by you. Capricorn, I want to do this. So, yeah, I feel like for some of you, there may be an actual knock, knock, knock. Knock at the door. Here's destiny calling for you, Capricorn. All right, but I hope that resonated for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Now, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already, but we'll move over to Aquarius. Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know in regard to their career, please? Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know in regard to their career? For some reason, I'm getting drawn to get two of those for you. All right. Firstly, we have Death and the Maiden. That one does say invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. Wow. Okay. Oh, right. That's why I was getting drawn to two, because invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance, that may be a more past kind of energy coming through there, because we do have Witch at the end of the world coming through next. You see her holding that little what do you call them, hourglass, the timing thing, divine timing. It does talk about an important end, a new beginning. Okay, so that phase has ended. That death, and you know, Death and the Maiden, and you know, when we're talking about endings and bringing new beginnings, this is what's ended. The death is happening. We're looking into this new beginning is about to start for you. I feel for majority of you, it's probably already ended and restarting this cycle for you. All right, an important end, a new beginning, the end of the invasion, boundaries being violated, and that dominance. Okay, so I'm straight away feeling that for some of you, this has got to do with a really bad boss. All right, so someone has been dealing with like a horrible coworker or boss or work situation in general, like literally seeing that boundaries violated. Like, I'm not getting a good vibe from that. I am getting like, you know, like physical boundaries being violated there within the workplace or something like that, which is, you know, that's hectic for a workplace. So geez, I hope you are I really hope that you took that to HR. Okay, Aquarius, if that's the case for you, make sure you report all that to HR, whatever that was. Even if it wasn't that serious of what I'm sort of alluding to, take it to HR. That's intolerable. All right, but we'll have a look here. Aquarius, present and future energy for Aquarius with their career, please. Yeah, so in the present energy, we do have the Ring and the Sun, which is coming through pretty straightforwardly in regard to that card, actually. Like, even though we're seeing these super positive energies here, it is sort of referring to this negative energy in the sense that that cycle is being revealed. Okay, that cycle that you have been in with that person, because I'm kind of getting, this is a cycle for whoever that, whatever has happened there, or if that's a specific person involved with that invasion of privacy, that dominant effect there, that's a cycle for that person or thing. That is actually a cycle. That's like a and I kind of feel that with this sun, that cycle is being revealed. So it's being kind of broken in that sort of sense, that it's coming to light. This person's behavior is coming to light, and not just for you. I feel like this is just in general. This person cannot hide this behavior. It's coming out into the light. That they are behaving this way, and I'm feeling strongly for a lot of you that this is connected to one specific person within the workplace who has, been the perpetrator of this dominant energy, this invasion energy. I really don't like that energy at all, but it's coming to light, and the cycle is kind of being broken here with this. And that sun is a happy card. That's the happiest card in the whole deck. So that cycle being broken is the happiest thing for not just you, but for this whole entire job, workplace, career. Okay, it's kind of giving me I am getting that, I'm like, I'm delusional thinking that there would be anybody, connected to Hollywood that would be watching my videos, because that would be like so amazingly cool. But very, very doubtful, of course. We are just a really small channel. So it's very, very doubtful. But it's kind of, I'm just getting shown here that, like the rings in Hollywood being exposed. That's the kind of message I'm getting here. Some sort of ring getting exposed, getting, brought to light, that this cycle has been going on. I'm getting ring, like it's the ring card. Okay, so it's some kind of ring for someone out there. That's exactly what this is, but it may not be like that Hollywood thing. That's just the example I'm getting shown, because that's been heavy in the media about certain rings being brought to light, within Hollywood. That has been something we've been exposed to in the media in the last few years. And that's what I'm sort of getting shown here. But of course, your career doesn't necessarily have to be Hollywood level or anything like that. But it's something along, a similar sort of, like I said, that I really don't like that energy, that invasion, that dominance, that it's coming to light though. It's being broken. That cycle's being broken. The new energy, the future energy for you here, Aquarius. We have the Rider. Good news on the way. He comes in super quick, and, always brings sort of good news with him as well. So you are getting some really good news headed your way in the near future when it comes to your career. I dare say that that's going to be in regard to that new beginning, that an important end and a new beginning. So yeah, it is an important end. It is very important that this gets brought to light. But that new beginning, that news of that new beginning is not far away. It's going to come in really quickly and be really good news for you there. And we do see the anchor as well. So it's going to help you, find, good news about your future career stability and whatnot, the durability of your future career. Okay, that you're going to be quite stable, held quite secure in the future with your career. So it's kind of just feeling as though there's nothing really to worry too much about in the future for you here, Aquarius. What's important to know is that this is ending. Whatever this is, because it's going to be different for everyone within the collective, of course. And of course, for a lot of you, it's probably not going to be anywhere near the level of what I'm sort of picking up on here. But using that as an example of sort of what's been going on for you within your career, it doesn't need to be that serious to still be coming through with that same energy, because unfortunately, for some of the Aquarius collective out there, it is this serious. All right. So, it's showing us that that's what's important here, is that is ending, and that's being brought to light, and is ending. Thank goodness for that. I'm happy that we will be moving away from that energy. I'm very happy for you for that, Aquarius. But of course, if that doesn't resonate for you, you're more than welcome to check your other placements. But for those who that does resonate for, this is for the best. This, whatever's going on, this is it's something big for a lot of for some of you there. And like I said, I would be absolutely crazy to think that there would be anyone high profile watching my videos, but I keep getting that same reference. So to be completely honest, we may actually, I'm not gonna I may be working myself up a little bit here, but I'm kind of feeling that this may be something that we all as a collective, all of us hear about in the media as well, to do with an Aquarian person. There may be an Aquarius involved in this cycle being broken in the higher echelon as well. All right, like I said, it's going to be slightly different for everyone within the Aquarius collective, but we need to remember that Aquarians are like, there's 12 star signs, so my maths is so totally wrong, but 12% of, a 12th, I should say, a 12th of the population is going to be like Aquarius, right? If you dodgy the maths for me, okay? So there are going to be a lot of Aquarians, that are in those higher things, that are going to be experiencing something very, very similar to the rest of the Aquarians, just in different ways, and like I said, it's expanding from the smallest things to this is actually quite serious for some of you out there. And I do keep getting that Hollywood reference, so I'm just going to call a prediction on that as well, with something being exposed within Hollywood, about that, some sort of ring being exposed in Hollywood in the very near future. That's sort of starting to happen already, I feel. So I feel like we may hear about that within the next month, of something like that happening, and some high profile Aquarius being involved, or like not involved in the sense that they're running it or anything like that, but that they're a victim of that. Okay. So very interesting. I don't normally, out and out make predictions like that, although a lot of my readings are predictive, so subscribe, and I'll update everyone, in the next month or so if I hear about anything that, really makes me go, that's that. Or if you do, let me know as well. I do like to know when it's the predictive stuff. I do like to keep track of those ones and see how we track. So subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Keep us up to date. But yeah, like I said, you're more than welcome to check other placements as well. All right, but we'll move on over to Pisces. How are we today, Pisces? Okay, Pisces. What's going on for our Pisces with their career, please? Pisces, what's going on for Pisces in career? What do they need to know in regard to career? Mari Masquerade. Okay, she says glamour, intrigue, and drama. Wow, someone's hiding their true face around you, Pisces. There's someone wearing a mask. That is the masquerade, like Mari Masquerade. So, that talks about masks, someone wearing a mask, someone putting on a false face. Within your careers. This is not you, I don't feel. This is someone around you. And you're I feel like you're sitting back and watching this show. Like, that's what I'm kind of getting straight away from that, is this is, glamour, intrigue, and drama, and you're kind of sitting back watching what's going on around you as though it's a TV screen is kind of what I'm getting there, Pisces, that, something going on around you within your career at the moment, and you're kind of just watching everything blow up, I feel. Someone wearing a bit of a mask too, all right? Hiding hiding their true self. I am getting that for one of you that this is someone living a glamour lifestyle, and that ain't it. That's the mask. They're not really that well-to-do. They're not really that glamorous. Don't believe everything you see. Okay, Pisces. Present and future energy for Pisces with their career. Just clarify the future energy for Pisces with their career, please. Oh, okay. This is okay, at present, what we're seeing that masquerade energy at present for you. We do have the birds and the stork. Okay, so the birds is like chitter chatter, gossip, talking about people, talking behind people's back. The office gossip at the moment is and conversations, okay? A lot of conversations, a lot of chit chat, a lot of background chatter, a lot of gossip going on at the moment. And we do see the stork as well. So the stork really stirs things up, okay? So this gossip is getting stirred up at the moment. There's some stuff getting stirred up within the word on the street is, this is happening, this is going on, this person is truly like this. They're not as well-to-do as they make out. There's a lot of chatter going on. It's getting stirred, and someone's stirring the pot. I don't know if this is actually just one person, or if this is just the energy in general just being stirred up like crazy. This is like very frenetic, crazy kind of energy. There's this drama, this drama is getting stirred up, and you're just hearing all this gossip going, oh my goodness, what is going on here? Things getting stirred up a lot here. All right, so very interesting. The future energy for you, Pisces, we do have the Tower as well as the Scythe. And now I do have that clarified by the Rider as well. So the Rider brings good news. The Rider is bringing good news in. But I feel like whatever's being stirred up here, all this gossip, there's some basis of truth to all this, all right? This has got to do with someone's sort of mask being ripped off and the real truth being seen. And that's what the gossip is all about, is that, hang on, this person is not who they say they are. They're not as wealthy as they say they are, that kind of energy. And it really, it kind of makes, it's a bit of a hard thing to say, but it's like, because I don't want to be freaking anyone out or anything like that, but because the Rider does bring in good news, okay? So we're remembering that this news is for good, and the Rider is going to bring this news in a positive manner. All right, but it does talk about the foundation breaking here, all right, because we have the foundation with the Tower, or it could be for one or two of you, it could be talking about some sort of solitude being broken, something about, well, because of all this gossip, no one can work alone anymore, when we don't trust you to work alone anymore, or something like that. But it works out, with that Rider, it does feel as though it's for the good rather than anything negative. But we do see with that Scythe that there is something being broken here. We're breaking away from something. There's a sudden change, an unexpected change or break coming in here, and we're breaking away from this Tower. So it's kind of like, and this Tower could just be a specific person as well, because it can talk about somebody older or from the past of the company or the business. It can be older or past sort of energy. It can be something about, it can sometimes be government buildings, which I'm getting told to tell you that it could be, something's getting stirred up and we're breaking away from a government affiliation or something like that. because it can talk about government buildings. It's just kind of just an odd message to get there. You'll know though if you're working, within a company that's somehow affiliated to governmental staff, that there may be something that's being broken away from within the government legislation, or the actual government buildings, or something along those lines. It can talk about the foundation of something breaking though. All right, the tower falling in a sense. Especially with that scythe energy there, it's kind of like, yeah, the tower is kind of breaking, and will need to be, maybe that's what the good news is that, this tower is being broken from its base, and we now need to come through and rebuild this foundation strong. So I do feel as though for a lot of you, this is not affecting you personally. I don't feel, Pisces, other than, the news about this, when it gets to the future energy about, something changing, whatever's changing within your career, that'll come through as good news for you. And that seems to be the only thing really affecting you directly. Everything else seems to be kind of just going on around you. All this, whatever's going on around you, seems to be what is making this thing change. But that the change is the only thing that's really affecting you. I'm just going to grab another card here just for an outcome. Outcomes for Pisces with this. Yeah, we have the coffin, death and rebirth, an ending, bringing a new beginning. So we're seeing the new beginning as well. That good news of, whatever needed to end it, whatever we needed to close the lid on, whatever tower we needed to fall has fallen, and now we're, closing the lid on that and moving forward into a brand new beginning here. Good news, new beginning. So whatever's going on with this fakery, this masquerade, this gossipy thing, this drama thing, it feels as though it does need to happen in order to make these changes for the better, within your career. All right. So, yeah, and we do see on the bottom of the deck the clover as well, which is the card of good luck. I feel like you, Pisces, you're pretty protected here. It feels like everything's going to be fine for you. It's just sit back and watch the show. I feel like for you guys, like, sit back and watch the show and, let me know what's going on. But you're more than welcome to check your other placements as well. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate it, but hopefully I'll see you all again soon.